Good evening, everybody. I am Sarah Hall-Mann. I Broomfield. I just wanted to take my time to address some of the points that Extraction made in their presentation. It was, well spoken. They had pretty slides, and it was full of lots of words, including lots of qualifying language. One of the things I wanted to point out was they said that there's been no widespread systemic impacts on drinking water resources along the Front Range. That's qualifying language. While we may not have it here along the Front Range, I'd like to point out that similar language was included in the EPA's preliminary report on fracking from June 2015, but that language was removed from the final report that was issued in December of 2016. There were also other issues with that preliminary report, which many people in the oil and gas industry still rely on for information, including the fact that that preliminary report failed to mention 3 critical fracking contamination cases across the country that case studies were done on. I'd also like to point out that they keep touting this consolidation of wells from 12 well sites to 4. As the old saying goes, poison is often in the dose. By consolidating these well sites, you are creating a great industrial area right next to our schools, our parks, and our homes. What is to say that by consolidating all these wells and having them in a single area, that the impact of the air pollutants will not increase? Can they address that? Also, there was some more qualifying language that I noticed when they talked about air pollution. They said that they have technology designed to capture air pollutants. It's designed to capture, but my question is, does it actually capture? I don't care what it's designed to do, I care what it actually does. My final point is that they keep talking about delivering economic value to Broomfield in Colorado. I believe Mayor Ahrens recently talked about the fact that the impact would be $6 million to $27 million of income over the next 30 years for Broomfield. That may sound like a lot of money to us as individuals, but when you consider the fact that Broomfield's annual budget currently sits at $275 million per year, it's really not that much. So I just want to point out some of these qualifying language that is used in their presentation and presenting some things that maybe don't actually live up to scrutiny. When I've talked to people in the oil and gas industry about Extraction's proposed plans, they initially dismiss me as some crazy liberal leftist. But when I get into the details and I talk about the scale of the operation and the proximity to homes, schools, and parks, they can't believe that something like this would even be considered. Please support your community and our health.
Thank you, Sarah. Now, Mr. Lewis.